Hi everyone, welcome to Between Two Mammoths. I'm here today with Ben Clark Eden from the class of 2025. Ben, thank you so much for being on Between Two Mammoths.
Thanks for having me.
So we're here on a beautiful fall day, and you have been working for a couple of years as one of our social media interns with the Office of Communications. Tell me a little bit just first about what attracted you to getting involved in that.
I was drawn to the opportunity to tell stories on campus and just be part of the storytelling process, and to communicate the ethos and the culture of the college to prospective students, and also to provide engaging content to current students. And also I had a background and interest in media and content production, so for me it was a really great opportunity to sort of further that interest and get experience in that field. And I thought it was going to be a lot of fun, and so far it has been.
It has been fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite piece of content that you've created?
I do, yeah. Over the summer, I created a video for the Emily Dickinson Museum, and it was about an alum of the college who now works at the museum. And it was a really great opportunity for me to sort of hear her story, practice interviewing her, and practice my filmmaking techniques. And I'm really proud of the end video that came out of it.
That's a great piece, and it's an exciting part of our community too, to be able to highlight. So you mentioned you were doing that over the summer. During the summer, you actually worked for the Office of Communications. You were behind the scenes, you attended staff meetings, you saw how content development works at the college. What was that like? What did you learn?
For me, that was the most fascinating part of my summer experience, was like sort of seeing the behind the scenes of a college division, because so much goes on behind the scenes and so much work and care and effort goes into projects that students really only see the output of. So for me, it was fascinating and a really valuable experience to sort of see that process, and also to attend staff meetings. Since so much of their work is geared towards current students and prospective students, it was really valuable for me to provide a student perspective and sort of help them with any of the projects that they were working on and just provide that student perspective. So I think it was a really good trade for both of us. I learned so much, and I hope that they learned a lot from me.
I'm sure they learned a lot from you. And one of the things that you bring to the table that not everybody around the table brings is your being a native to the world of social media. It's something people ask me a lot, what's changed about Amherst since you were a student, and one of the things I lead with is not about Amherst, it's about the communications environment in which we live. This might be a hard question for you to pull back. Have you thought about the way that your experience as a student is different because you've grown up in this world of social media, how it affects your relationships, how it affects your experience on campus like this one?
I think it's all about connection. So over the summer, I compiled a list of all of the Amherst College affiliated Instagram accounts, and there was about 216. So like every resource department, every academic department, every club has an Instagram account. So it's such a great way for students to stay connected to the world around them, to the campus, and have almost instant access to these resources should they need them. So for me, I think it's just all about connection and having that accessibility to these resources.
That's great. Now, in addition to being a student and being a social media intern, you're also co-captain of the Amherst Mammoths men's soccer team, and we're filming this, we're kind of mid-season. How do you feel about the season, where it's going?
Yeah, it's been a stressful one so far, but we're always optimistic. We always take it a game at a time. We bring a lot of energy to everything we do, and sometimes it's hard to maintain that, but we're trying our best. And the general sort of message right now is we're going to take every game, one game at a time, and just see where we end up. Right. But it's always going to be a lot of fun.
They're always a lot of fun to be out there, and it's always a lot of fun to watch you out there. So thank you for that. And so let me ask you the most important question of all. You grew up in England.
Yep. You
must have a favorite Premier League team.
I do.
Everything rides on this. What is that team?
Brighton and Hove Albion.
Controversial answer, but we're going to put it out there on social media because that's how we roll at Amherst College.
Absolutely. I'm fine with that.
All right. Ben, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.